Imagine a war so short, you could finish your noodles before it ended. No drawn-out battles. No epic standoffs. Just 38 minutes of explosions, a fleeing sultan, and a palace reduced to rubble. This is the insane true story of the shortest war in history. And if you love wild moments like this one, hit subscribe and buckle up, because history just got way more exciting. It's a warm morning on August 27, 1896, in the tropical island nation of Zanzibar, just off the coast of modern-day Tanzania. The streets are waking up, the ocean breeze is blowing, and merchants are setting up their stalls. But little do they know, history is about to be made, in just 38 minutes. Yep. That's not a typo. 38 minutes. That's how long the Anglo-Zanzibar War lasted. It's the shortest war ever recorded. And believe it or not, it started over a royal disagreement, some serious ego, and a whole lot of imperial drama. Back then, Zanzibar was a sultanate, basically, a kingdom ruled by a sultan. But, and this is important, it was heavily under British influence. Like, we run this place but not officially, kind of influence. Britain had advisors all over the place, and they had one big rule: any new sultan had to be approved by the British. Well, that worked fine, until Sultan Hamad bin Thuwaini, a British-friendly ruler, suddenly died, mysteriously. Some say it was natural causes, others suspect poison. Cue the dramatic music. Enter Khalid bin Barghash, the Sultan's cousin. The moment Hamad died, Khalid was like, well, guess I'm Sultan now, and just marched into the palace and declared himself ruler. Without asking Britain. Big mistake. Huge. When the British found out, they were fuming. This guy Khalid was known to be very anti-British, and the last thing they wanted was someone who might try to kick them out of Zanzibar. So, the British consul, Basil Cave, yes, that was his real name, like a James Bond villain or something, sent a polite but serious message. "Excuse me, sir, but you need to step down. Or else." Khalid's response? He barricaded himself in the palace, raised his personal army, brought out a few cannons, and basically said, "Come at me, bro." Now, the British didn't waste time. They had a few warships chilling in the harbor, as you do when you're an empire, and they quickly got reinforcements. By the morning of August 27, 3 British warships, around 150 sailors and marines, and some local troops were all ready to throw down. Meanwhile, inside the palace, Khalid had about 2,800 men, but they were poorly trained, with outdated weapons, and many were just palace guards. Not exactly elite fighters. At 8 a.m., Basil Cave sent a final message. "If you don't leave the palace by 9 a.m., we will open fire." Khalid ignored it. Cannons thundered. The palace walls shook. In minutes, chaos erupted. British shells hit the palace hard. A fire broke out. Khalid's artillery fired back but missed horribly. The palace guard fled. Smoke filled the air. People screamed. By 9:40 a.m., the palace was in ruins, over 500 of Khalid's men were wounded or killed, and the white flag was raised. Khalid? Oh, he ran. Literally. The guy escaped through a back door, ran to the German consulate, and hid there like a kid who broke a vase and ran to grandma's house. Eventually, Germany smuggled him out to East Africa, where he lived for years. The British quickly installed Sultan Hamad, a guy they liked, and things went back to business as usual, British control intact. And just like that, in 38 minutes, the world's shortest war was over. To put it into perspective, you could have made a bowl of ramen and eaten it before the war ended. It was shorter than an episode of Friends. Most people in the city probably didn't even realize a war had started before it was already done. It might sound silly now, a 38-minute war, but the Anglo-Zanzibar War shows just how tense colonial politics were at the time. It was less about the number of troops or the length of the battle and more about who held the power. Britain wanted control, and they were willing to show their muscle, even in the blink of an eye. Also, it's a great reminder that history isn't always grand battles and epic sieges. Sometimes, it's about a royal cousin throwing a tantrum and getting bombarded into surrender before breakfast.